Dear students, in this video I am going to explain about plant kingdom. This topic is completely pure botany topic, that is plant kingdom. According to Harich Whittaker, the plant kingdom is the fourth kingdom of five kingdom classification. What is the first kingdom of Harich Whittaker? Monera. Under the Monera, prokaryotic unicellular organisms are there. The next second kingdom, that is Protista. Under the Protista, unicellular eukaryotic organisms are there. In Monera, prokaryotic, most of the Monera organisms are prokaryotic unicellular. Most of the Protista animals, Protista organisms, unicellular eukaryotes. And third kingdom, that is fungi, it is heterotrophic, some are unicellular or multicellular. Now these are the three kingdoms according to Harich Whittaker. Next, what is the fourth kingdom of Harich Whittaker? This is the Plantae. Plantae is the fourth kingdom in Harich Whittaker. So Plantae contains all eukaryotic, generally multicellular chlorophyll containing organisms having cellulosic cell wall and showing autotrophic mode of nutrition. Now, what are the general characteristics of the Plantae kingdom? All organisms are eukaryotic, multicellular, chlorophyll containing organisms having a cellulosic cell wall. The Plantae cell as that is a cellulose. The cellulose is made up of, that is a cell wall is made up of cellulose. Now this is the Plantae kingdom. Now and the Plantae kingdom, that is organisms, they performing that is the autotrophic mode of nutrition. So in this chapter you will describe the algae, bryophyte, pteridophyte, gymnosperms, angiosperms under the Plantae kingdom. Out of these Plantae and bryophyte, pteridophyte, gymnosperms, angiosperms, that algae, bryophyte, pteridophyte are cryptogams. Cryptogams are nothing but that is non-flowering plants. While gymnosperms and angiosperms are phanerogams. The phanerogams also known as flowering plants. Now these are the generally, that is a classification of the Plantae kingdom. So generally the Plantae kingdom classified into two groups. The first one is cryptogams and phanerogams. Under the cryptogams, algae, bryophyte, pteridophytes. Under the phanerogams, that is phanerogams, gymnosperms, angiosperms. Now these phanerogams also known as that is spermatophytes. Spermatophytes are nothing but seed bearing plants. So this is the general introduction of the plant kingdom. Now plant kingdom. So next one is algae. So, what is the definition of algae? What is the study of algae? Study of algae is called phycology. Next, algae, or what is the definition? What is the how can you define the algae? Algae are chlorophyll bearing, simple thalloid, autotrophic, largely that is aquatic forms. Most of the algal members are they can found in that is aquatic habitat. Either fresh water or marine water. So this is the definition of the algae. Now chlorophyll bearing, simple thalloid, autotrophic. What is the thalloid? Thalloid is nothing but the plant body of algae do not differentiate into the root to stem, branches, leaves. They cannot differentiate into the body parts of the plant, that is called thalloid. So next, Next, they occurs in variety of the other habitats. The some of the algal members found on moist stones and wood and in soil also. In soil, that is some of them also occurs in associated with fungi, that is called lichens. Lichens are associated with phycobiont and mycobiont. They are together each other. They can performing the symbiotic association, that is called lichens. And some algal species are present on, that is animals, on sloth bay. Now these are the some habitats of the algal members. So next one is the most of the algal forms, and size of the algae is highly variable. Highly variable. The size range from microscopic unicellular forms, that is chlamydomonas. Now chlamydomonas is unicellular, microscopic unicellular form, that is chlamydomonas, to colonial form like volvox. Now volvox is colonial form of the algae. Chlamydomonas is unicellular microscopic algae. And also that fungal form, fungal algal, that is algal species to form the, that is the filamentous forms like Ulothrix and Spirogyra. Now Ulothrix, Spirogyra, these two are belongs to, that is the filamentous algal forms. Now a microscopic unicellular algae chlamydomonas, colonial form of the algae volvox, filamentous form of the algae Ulothrix, Spirogyra. So these are the some different forms and size of the algal. It is a very highly variable in the that is the in algal species. So next, a few of the marine forms such as kelps. Kelps are that is a few of the marine forms are kelps. They can form the massive plant bodies. Massive plant bodies are nothing but they can form the heterotrichous filamentous forms. And it is very most important, the cell wall consists of cellulose and other carbohydrates. Now algal cell wall, algal cell as cell wall. That cell wall is consists of cellulose and other carbohydrates are present. Now this is the cell wall nature of the algal members. In addition to chlorophylls, carotenoids, some and also in addition to chlorophylls and carotenoids, some algal members contain special pigments like phycobilins. Along with carotenoids and chlorophyll, some other special pigments also present, that is called phycobilins. What is the reserve food material in algal cell? That is called starch. Now this is the important, that is the starch is the reserve food material in algal cell. Okay, now this is the general introduction of the algae, general characteristics of the algae. Okay, next, what is the reproduction methods in algae? Algae reproduce by vegetative, asexual and sexual methods. So algal members are reproduced by three methods of sexual reproduction: vegetative, asexual, sexual. Now what is the vegetative reproduction? Vegetative reproduction is by fragmentation. This is the common vegetative reproduction method in algal members, by that is the fragmentation. Now this is the very most important. Fragmentation is vegetative reproduction in algal members. Each fragment of what is the fragmentation? The thallus of the algae is a breakdown into the small pieces. Each piece or each fragment develops into the thallus. So each fragment develops into the thallus. Okay, now this is the vegetative reproduction. Next, asexual reproduction. Most of the algal members are reproduced by reproduce by production of the different types of the spores. The most common being that is the juice spores. The most common asexual reproduction is that takes place by algae, that is the juice spores. Okay, that is the most common type of asexual reproduction by juice spores. Okay, they are juice spores are flagellated. Juice spores means they can shows the some motility movement. Why? Because they are flagellated, motile, and on germination of the juice spores gives rise to new plants. Now this is the asexual mode of reproduction. Next, sexual reproduction takes place through the fusion of two gametes. These gametes can be flagellated and similar in size. So, the two gametes, one is a male gamete, other one is a female gamete. Now, these gametes can be flagellated and similar in size. Now, we can see, now this is the one gamete and this is the one gamete. Now, these two gametes are similar in condition with the flagella. Now, these two gametes are similar in condition. Flagella is there, that is called flagellated, similar in size. Example, chlamydomonas. Now, chlamydomonas, they can performing the sexual reproduction by that male and female gametes can be flagellated. These two are flagellated and they are similar in size. That is the chlamydomonas. Or non-flagellated but similar in size. That is Spirogyra. Spirogyra means that male and female gametes are similar in size, but these two gametes are similar in size, but there is no flagella. That is the non-flagellated but similar in size. That is the Spirogyra. Chlamydomonas, flagellated, similar in size. Spirogyra, non-flagellated, similar in size. That is the Spirogyra. Spirogyra is a filamentous algae. Such reproduction is called, that is the isogamous. Now, these two gametes, male and female gametes, are similar in size. That is called isogamous. Iso means similar. Gamous means the male and female gametes are similar in size. That is the isogamous. So next, a fusion of two gametes dissimilar in size. In some cases, male and female gametes are dissimilar in size, as in some species of chlamydomonas. That is called anisogamous. Anisogamous is nothing but the male gametes and female gametes are dissimilar in size. Some chlamydomonas species performs by, that is sexual reproduction, that is anisogamous. So now here we can observe chlamydomonas, they can performing the anisogamous as well as isogamous. Isogamous as well as, that is anisogamous, performs by chlamydomonas. Okay, now this is the sexual reproduction in algal members. The fusion between one large non-motile female gamete and a smaller motile male gamete. Now we can see here, during the fusion of the male and female gametes, one gamete is a large non-motile, that is called female gamete, and a smaller one and motile, that is called male gamete, that is called oogamous. Now, generally, asexual reproduction of the algae, they performs by three methods. First one is isogamous, second one is anisogamous, third one is oogamous. In the oogamous, there are two gametes are there. Large one motile, one large motile, that is a female gamete. Smaller motile male gamete, that is called oogamous. Now example for oogamous: volvox and fucus. Now these are the that is a reproduction method in algae. And what is the life cycle of the algae? Is generally haplontic life cycle, and zygote act as a meiocyte. Under the meiosis is takes place in zygote, that is called zygote act as a meiocyte. Life cycle is haplontic life cycle. So next one is algae, or what is, this complete para is explaining about, that is the economic importance of the algae. Algae are useful to man in variety of the ways. At least half of the total carbon dioxide fixation on earth is carried out by algae. The most, that is at least half of the 50% of carbon dioxide fixation on earth is carried out by algae through by the process that is called photosynthesis. Okay, now by the photosynthesis, they increasing the level of the dissolved oxygen in the atmosphere. What is the importance of the algae? The most of the carbon dioxide is fixation on earth is carried by algae, and also algal members are increasing the level of the dissolved oxygen in their immediate environment. Now the algae can producing the that is the oxygen into the air by the process of the photosynthesis. Now this is the one of the economic importance of the algae. Algal members are paramount importance as primary producers of the energy. Now algal species are act as the primary producers of the energy rich compounds which form the basis of food cycles of the aquatic animals. Now this is the second economic importance of the algae. The algal members act as a very important importance as a primary producers. Okay, now this is the one of the important economic importance of the algal members. Next, many species of the algal members, Porphyra, Laminaria and Sargassum are among the 70 species of the marine algae used as a food. The most of the many of the species of algal, that is the Porphyra, Laminaria, Sargassum are among the, not only these three, again some other 70 species of marine algae used as a food. Certain marine brown and red algae. Marine brown and red algae produce large amount of hydrocolloids. Okay, certain marine brown and red algae produce large amount of hydrocolloids. What is the importance of the hydrocolloids? Water holding substances. Example, that is algin from the brown algae, carrageen from the red algae. Now algin from the brown algae, carrageen from the red algae, which are used commercially. In a laboratory condition. Okay. Now this is the certain marine brown and red algae produce the large amount of hydrocolloids. Algin from brown algae, carrageen from red algae, which are used in commercially. Next, very most important, agar. Agar is one of the commercially product obtained from the Gelidium and Gracilaria. Gelidium and Gracilaria is used to grow microbes and in the preparation of the ice creams and jellies. Now agar is one of the economic importance of agar is obtaining from that is the Gelidium Gracilaria is used to grow microbes and preparation of the ice creams and jellies. Now this is the agar. Agar is obtaining from Gelidium and Gracilaria. Next, iodine. Iodine is extract from the kelp like laminaria. Now, laminaria is that is a kelp plant that is under the that is a brown algae. Brown algae. Iodine is extracted from kelp like laminaria. So, agar is obtaining from the Gelidium and Gracilaria. This is red algae. Algin from that is a brown algae, cara green from red algae. So chlorella and spirulina. Chlorella and spirulina or unicellular algae are used as a food supplement even by space travelers. Now that is a chlorella and spirulina. Chlorella and spirulina or unicellular algae are used as a food supplement even by space travelers. Now this is the economic importance of the algae. So what are the main economic importance of the algae? The algae are used that is the most of the carbon dioxide is absorbed by algae, and the algal members are releasing the oxygen by the process of the photosynthesis. Now algal members act as that is the primary producers of energy rich compounds which form the basis of the food cycles of the aquatic animals. So these are the some algal members are used as a food, and some algal members are used as a that is hydrocolloids, algin and carrageen. Some algal members are used as a that is the agar in laboratory condition for the growth of the microorganisms. Iodine is obtained from that is the laminaria, and chlorella and spirulina or unicellular algae are used as a food supplement even by space travelers. Now this is the economic importance of the algae, and what are the different different reproduction methods in algae and the general characteristics of the algae. Now this is the general characteristics of the algae. Okay, right, thank you.